Hi, today I'm going to talk about my first Pullip doll. My first Pullip doll is Erin. As you can see, she is a fully customised doll. As I said in my last video, the main reason that I wanted to get into Pullip dolls was because of how much you can actually customise them. And when I bought my first doll, that is the reason I was getting her, is because I wanted to customise her completely, and I wanted to turn her into basically a mini version of me. So what I did was I fully repainted her face up. She was originally a Pullip Alte, and I sanded off all of her face up and repainted it. As you can see, I am not particularly great at doing face ups. I've actually redone her face up once already, and I will probably redo it again at some point. I don't have the skills that some of the amazing people out there have when it comes to painting face ups, but I'm hoping that with practice I can get better at it and one day have her looking really amazing. So that's her face up repainted. I also rebodied her on an Ibitsu body. I actually rebody all of my Pullips onto Ibitsu bodies because I do prefer the flexibility that you get with them. It's a very individual decision. It's sort of, every collector is completely different with what they decide to do, and there's no like right or wrong way of what you decide to do. It is literally down to personal preference. Some people really like to keep them on their stock bodies and keep them as original as possible, and some people like me like to kind of take them apart and completely customise them and completely redo them really. So she's actually on an SBH Ibitsu with a medium bust. I like the SBH bodies because they are kind of soft across the middle. I'm trying to show you. They've got quite a sort of natural shape to them. I don't know if you see that very well. But they are, the reason they are called SBH is it actually stands for soft bust. So the bust, rather than being hard plastic, is actually soft and a little bit more flexible. And I just feel like this sort of the belly and hip area is a little bit more natural looking than with the other Ibitsu, so that is why I prefer these. And I also prefer these bodies to the stock bodies because these are a lot more of a sort of natural shape. I find, for me personally, the stock bodies are a little bit skinny. And I feel that the clothes that you can get for the dolls fit these bodies a lot better, and I prefer for my dolls to be more sort of women really, and that's why I prefer the Ibitsu body. So I also changed Erin's eye chips. She is wearing glass cabochon chips. The method for doing these I actually got off of Kira on the Dolly Market forum, and what she does is she gets 10mm glass cabochons and prints off images of irises onto photo paper, and then you glue it onto the back of the cabochon with like a clear glue, like a Boss stick or something like that, so that obviously it doesn't leave any sort of mark or anything, or doesn't discolour the eye, and that is basically what you get. The reason I use these, I actually put these chips on all of my dolls. And the reason for that is because I feel that they give the doll a little bit more life. You sort of get like a little glint in their eyes, and it just makes them look a lot more alive to me. That is why I really like to use the glass chips. So I actually made the chips myself. I did drawings of the irises on paper, scanned them into Photoshop, and then I adjusted them and sort of did them the colours that I wanted them. So I did Erin some lovely blue ones because I have blue eyes too, and she is supposed to be like a mini version of me basically. So I also changed Erin's wig. The original wig for the Pullip Alte, which is what Erin originally was, is really horrible. It's brown and really dry, and it went frizzy very, very quickly. I wanted a wig that was a bit more like my hair originally, and I did try a mohair wig, but I found that it was very frizzy and flyaway and quite like light and floofy, and I really didn't like it. So I got this wig off of eBay. It's not ideal. It's kind of more of an it'll do wig really, but it will do for now. And I hope that sometime in the future I'll be able to find her one that is a lot more fitting and that is a lot more like my hair. But wigs kind of come up every now and then on eBay, so it's a case of just keeping your eyes open really, to find out to see what's going. But Pullips wear an 8 to 9 inch sized wig, which is 1/3 sized, 1/3. That's the scale of their heads. The scale of their body is actually 1/6, which is the same as Barbie, but the scale of their heads is 1/3 because they have these like massive giant heads. So yeah, that's her wig. Her clothes are actually, I made her t-shirt and her skirt myself. I have recently discovered sewing doll clothes, and it's something I really enjoy doing. I want to make her a lot more clothes, so that she's got a lot more clothes that are more like mine. But it's just a case of actually getting around to doing it. You know how it is, working full time, dolls, other things as well. So I'm hoping that at some point in the future I will be able to design her a really cool wardrobe based on mine and sit down and get some clothes sewn for her. So she'll look amazing and we can be twins. Her personality wise, she's supposed to be based on me. So she is quite a, she's a fairly quiet person. She's not sort of like a big one for going out partying or anything like that. She prefers to sit at home with a nice cup of tea and a good book. She's quite creative. She actually has her own business, being a designer maker, sewing things and selling them. And she sells her stuff online where she has her own store and her own brand. She's very lucky. I wish I had that also. She gets along really well with all the rest of the dolls. She's the one who is kind of like the mother hen of my doll family. She likes to look after everybody and help everybody and give everybody advice and make sure everybody's doing okay, basically. So to sum up, Erin, first doll, she actually arrived home on I think it's the 11th of June 2010. She is kind of always evolving. I would like to go ahead and redo her face up, which would be the 3rd time, especially her lips. I think they look rubbish. I would really like to get them a lot more natural looking. And I made a mess of her eyelashes, but I'd already sanded it all off about 6 million times at this point, so they just had to stay as they were. I would like to find her a much better wig, so if you see a really nice wig anywhere that's kind of like my hair, not horrific shipping, as obviously I'm in the UK, let me know. And I would like to go ahead and stitch her some more clothes as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me talking about Erin, and I hope that she might inspire you in some way to maybe do a bit of customising if that's what you would like to do, or I hope that this is like useful information for anybody who's just started out with Pullip dolls. Any questions, please post below, and I hope you've enjoyed. Bye!